So, I like the countdown. It's just basic. But hey, welcome back to my channel. And this is a channel where we focus on being basic. We focus on identifying those little basic steps that make a big difference. Making the consistent basic steps that make a big difference. And depending upon where you are on your journey, it's really never too late. You can let a drip of water drip in a bucket, and that bucket will become full, and that bucket will overflow. Trust me, I know. I had a kind of a pipe bust over the winter, and I had to have a water drip in the bucket. And if I didn't get up during the middle of the night, the bucket would overflow, and I would have water everywhere again. But that's another topic, another story. But this video is going to be about why you have so much trouble just getting started, or why do you get started, then you stop, you get encouraged, then you stop, or you just haven't figured out how to be consistent at being consistent when it comes to bringing your dream or your passion to reality. There's a lot of different reasons, but I'm just coming out of a session with one of my clients, and one of the things I wanted to encourage them to begin to do, as I hope this video encourages you. Many of us have dreams, we have ideas, we have passions that are very good ideas, and they are definitely the solution to people's problems. Here at We Power Success, that's what we focus on, man, exposing the passions and people that we could expose solutions to the community, because we simply believe that one person's noble passion can be the solution to another person's problem. And so we want to expose the passions and people that we can expose solutions to our community. And so one of the things that causes people not to allow or not to receive or realize the manifestation of their dreams, their passions, and bringing them to life, bringing them into a business or an opportunity to help and bless others, simply because they don't respect it enough. You do not respect the dream and ideas that you have to the level that it can change lives, that to the level that it offers a solution to the community, that it offers a solution to those who are looking for what God has put in you. They're looking for that dream that God put in you, because it's the solution to their problem. In your immediate community, and now with social media and the internet, that dream and passion that God put in you could solve a solution for somebody else around the world. And so one of the, at least the number one reasons that I see with a lot of my clients that prevent them from going from dream to the manifestation, and one of the basic things that they don't implement or understand, is that you don't respect it enough. You don't respect what God has put in you enough to give it real attention, to put a real focus on it. Let me put it to you like this. Many of us, at some point, or even yet today, we were employed by a company. As we go back years, 20, 30, 40 years, it was, you go to school, you graduate, you get a job, or you go to school, you graduate, you go to the military, you learn a skill, a trade, you come out and you get a job. You work that job 20, 30, 40 years, you retire, you get to go watch, that was life. But as our society and as technology began to advance and evolve, opportunities begin to come where we begin to realize that, maybe going to college is not the golden ticket. Maybe going to the military is not the golden ticket. There are other ways to make a real good living in a short period of time. There are people that can make what most people make in a year in one day, in 1 month. There are some people that can make what most people would make in a lifetime in 1 month, in 1 year. And many of us have a skill or a talent that God has put in us that we can use to help change our lives. But most of us will not give it the same respect that we would give in being an employee of somebody else's dream or passion or idea. So as you think about it, put your employee mindset on just for a little bit. Don't get too comfortable, but put your employee mindset on. There are certain minimum requirements that you have to maintain in order to keep your job. Then there are requirements, there's extra things that you can do to achieve a bonus. There are things that you can work towards to scale up in the company, to rank up in the military, to get to the next level, to get that salary bonus, to get to the next level. There's certain things that you can do. There's certain tasks, there's certain assignments that they give you. There's quotas that you have to meet in order to get that bonus. There's quotas that you have to meet in order to get the raise. There's quotas that you have to meet just to keep your job. So I'm challenging you. If you're struggling with, man, why can't I just get over? Why can't I just get over the hump? Why can't I just, get to the next level? Or why can't I just, whatever? Just as I did with my client I met with prior to shooting this video, and this was just a basic video off the last meeting. What I challenged them to do was to begin to treat their dream, their vision, their business, begin to treat it like you would treat your job. Set out a block of time, keep your employee hat on just for a little bit, just a little bit longer, then we're going to take it off. But if you have a job, if you are employed, there's a specific time that you have to be there. There's a specific block of time that you have to be there. And within that specific block of time, there's a specific task or assignment. There's a specific job that you are expected to do every day or every time you have to clock in. There's a certain expectation that you have to do. And what you have to do is very important and is very vital to the company's sustainability and the company's success. That's why they've hired people to fill the position so that these tasks can be accomplished. Knowing that these specific tasks or assignments, as they are completed, it meets the overall KPI that's needed to help the company be sustainable and to help the company achieve profit. So I'm challenging you. One of the number one reasons that I see that most people don't take their dreams, their passions to the next level, simply because they don't respect it enough. Or at least they don't respect it like they respect their jobs. They don't respect it like they respect their employers, who have a system to replace you in a minute, who have a system in place. If you decide to quit or if they fire you, they have a system to hire somebody else and train somebody else to take your position. So I challenge you, if you're struggling with trying to get over the hump, get to the next level, think about this. Do you have a set aside block of time that you know you're going to clock in on your dream? You're going to achieve a certain level of tasks and assignments that you have to do within that block on a regular, consistent basis. Again, back to understanding your grind time. Pick a block of time where you know you're going to be able to be consistently consistent, so that if you're on your job and you got to be at your job at 8 o'clock, guess what? You're going to be there at 8 o'clock. If they say you cannot clock out until 5 o'clock, guess what? You're not going to clock out till 5 o'clock. And whatever their expectation that they have of you to perform between 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock, you're going to respect that. And you're going to give them what they're expecting of you. So I'm challenging you to think about a block of time, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 1 hour a day, 20 hours a week, whatever your block of time happens to be, especially if you can incorporate it into what you know your grind time happens to be. And make sure that the task, the goals that you have set that need to be completed within those blocks of time, make sure they're clear. Make sure you understand them. And one of the easiest ways I know to do that is to wrap your task around the SMART goal acronym: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Use that acronym as you set that block of time and the task that you want, that you need to accomplish within the blocks of time that you have established for yourself. And treat your dream, treat your passion with the same level of respect that you would treat your job. I'm P. Anthony, aka your underground professor. I want to thank you for tuning in to my channel, just a channel all about getting back to the basics, baby. We're making the basics work. Simple, basic steps that make a big difference. And don't forget to check me out on Spotify, the We Power podcast on Spotify. I'm building up a guest list of 100, and we're getting ready to launch 100 shows that's going to be powered, packed, full of information of people just like you and me who've taken basic things in life and become a subject matter expert in being able to identify what works for them. And we're just going to talk about their stories and how they found out and how they made it work for them. We Power Podcast on Spotify. And don't forget to like and share this video. I need at least 15 shares today. Can I get 15 shares today? Like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.